Hey guys, today we're talking about beef because I get involved in some beef, I get involved in some drama, I also speak about drama, so I'm clearly the expert on drama and I'm gonna review some drama. I'm also missing a nail. Just before anyone wants to comment, I've had this for like over a week, so this is pretty good for me. Don't even stress, it's fine. I already said it, so you don't have to comment it. There's been multiple beefs. There was the Sidemen beef. It's like an annual thing now. Why is it an annual thing? Why does anyone care anymore knowing that it's fake? But like, people care about beef that's not even real. Like beef between me and Zoella, bro, that is real. My beef against Superwoman, that was really real. My beef with Marcus Butler, the realest it can get. Sidemen beef, they're all friends. Why would you think that it's real? Why would you think that all of them, or what, 7 of them, all of a sudden just switched on each other and just did a madness? Who actually believes that? Who in their just normal real mind actually believes that? No one, but it still gets the views and it still pays the rent, so all power to them. This is even shade towards the Sidemen because I would do it too if I was in that position. And with kind of how views are changing, switching, big channels are dying, it's kind of just important to stay relevant. Do what you can to stay relevant, but don't do it the way some of these people in this video are doing it. I went on Twitter one glorious day and I realized that Touch Delight is not done. I've made a video about Touch Delight already and just girls on YouTube, and if you want to see that and see my opinion on that, you can click the link in the description down below after you watch this video. So Touch Delight is a guy that is friends with a girl that is willing to, I don't know what you would call it without offending anyone and anything, but she likes to take part in debatable content for views, and she agrees to do this. So realistically, they're both in the wrong. It's not just Touch Delight that's in the wrong because he, you know, offered the video idea, but she agreed to it. So they're both just as f***ed up. He constantly calls her his underage sister. Sometimes she's 13. Sometimes she's 15. Both are very underage. I don't know if you guys know, but the age of consent in the UK is actually 16. So when I say underage, I mean really underage. Whether she is 13 or 15, she is underage. But she's actually not. She's actually, I think, over the age of 16. So she's fine in the outside world, but on the YouTube world, she is an underage sister. Biological sister who is underage. All of this in quotation marks because none of it's true, but just the idea of using that as clickbait, so f***ed up. He made multiple videos. I remember speaking about the strip fortnight that he did with his underage 13-year-old sister. So not only was he clickbaiting incest, but also pedophilia. So it's kind of like, what are you aiming for here? What kind of an audience do you want? Who is this aimed at? Like, you're getting pedophiles and creeps, but he doesn't care. He just wants the views. To him, it's not about sustainability. It's not about having a loyal fan base. To him, it's just about quick views. And that's fine if you do it with beef or drama or other things like that that don't, you know, sound pedophilic or incesty. I think that's the least I can expect. Don't clickbait cancer or diseases or death or incest, pedophilia. Like, I think I'm not being unreasonable here because I'm not a stranger to clickbait, but I don't think I would ever clickbait death. I don't know, just me, you know, being a reasonable human being and having some kind of morals somewhere, or integrity, or just, you know, compassion. I don't know though. I don't know. Why do I look like I'm going through an emo phase? Mom, it's not just a phase, it's a lifestyle. He's made, you know, a video called I went on holiday with my little sister and her boyfriend. Then he had another video which he actually deleted because I'm looking for it right now, or he just changed the name of it, but it was called She Let Me Touch Them, and it was him pretending to touch his little sister's boobs. That's great. Honestly, fantastic. I love that for you. Go off, queen. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. You are trash, but you knew that already because no reasonable person makes this kind of content and doesn't think they're absolute trash. But you live off that. You love that for yourself. You want people to chat shit about you. You do this for the attention, which I have just given you. You're welcome. It's my present from me to you for Christmas. Attention. Take it. Then Keemstar got involved, of course, and there was a few tweets going around. Touch Delight was still acting like Keemstar was the f***ed up one in this situation, as if Keemstar was the one clickbaiting having sex with his underage sister. So, you know, that's cool, I guess. You know, Keemstar was just commenting on drama, which is his job, and you're clickbaiting sexual activities with your little sister. Which one is more f***ed up? You tell me. Let's move on to some family-friendly content. Caspar and Josh Pieters. I don't even know where to start with this family-friendly PG nursery style beef. Caspar is a YouTuber with 7.5 million subscribers, but his channel is currently dying. Some of his videos are not even hitting 100k views. Very devastating news. He's got a friend called Josh Pieters who is on 925,000 subscribers, but his channel is also not doing too great. So what do they think to do? Start drama. But what are they? Family-friendly YouTubers. Why does that matter? Their beef was bullshit. I'm back. My SD card was doing a absolute madness, and I had to spend the last 30 minutes trying to sort it out, which means I'm currently behind schedule and I should have been editing for the last hour or so, and I haven't been doing that because I've been trying to figure my SD card out, and here I am. I think I figured it out, so now I'm going to continue filming. That's fun. That's why the lighting has changed, because it's currently dark outside and it was light when I was filming. Wintertime in the UK is fun. The beef started because Josh said that Caspar doesn't flush the toilet. There's the beef, guys. That's the rundown of the beef. I love that. I love how family friendly that is. You know, there's probably the most iconic line from 2017 where Harry said that you can smell KSI's girlfriend's chlamydia from a mile away, that Deji kills babies, that KSI has abortions. Not him, but he makes girls have abortions because obviously he's not pregnant, etc. When you have Josh Pieters saying that Caspar doesn't flush the toilet, and then they try to up the game a little bit and say that basically there's some cheating going on. Like anyone gives a f. Literally no one. I can't even tell you what the beef is about thoroughly, because absolutely no one gives a single f. And I can confirm this through Twitter and comments. At the end of all of this, Caspar releases almost like a documentary style video for drama and beef and etc. And you look at it and you're just so confused because absolutely no one gave a f. They made it seem like this beef really did absolute bits for them. It kind of didn't. The fakest YouTube drama where Caspar basically explains the beef didn't even get that many views. In the last 22 hours that it's been up, it didn't even get 300,000 views, and he is a channel with 7.5 million subscribers, and you'd think that if the beef was done well, it would get a lot of views. But it doesn't, because it's not done well. They made it seem like this was planned from the get-go. And even if it was, I believe that they hoped it would get more buzz. Like, yeah, it was on the Metro because you're Caspar, because you know, you're friends with Joe Sarg. By the end of the day, you hoped for more views. None of the videos hit 1 million views. None of them. And drama guarantees you over 1 million views. It's kind of like a given. You're involved with drama, diss tracks, insulting your friends, family, etc. You're guaranteed at least 1 million views. None of them hit 1 million views. And the one explaining the beef hasn't even hit 300,000. And that's kind of where my problem starts. The way you kind of presented this is like a social experiment. In my mind, if people actually believed it was real, I don't think you would have released the explanation of the drama. Because I think you would have just kept up with it and milked it the way Jake Paul and Logan Paul have milked their beef, the way KSI, Randolph, the Sidemen, Rice Gum all have milked their beef and just admitted it like a year later or like 2 months later. I believe if the drama had worked out and any of those videos would have hit 1 million views, you would have milked this topic till the end. But because everyone was telling you that they know it's fake, that it's dead, that no one cares, you released that video basically saying, haha guys, it is fake, what the f. Because it kind of gave you options, if that makes sense. So doing the beef and making the video about the beef gave you 2 roads you could take. If people believed the beef, you wouldn't release the video and you'd keep on milking it. And then when people say that it's fake, you've got this other option, which is release this video saying like, yeah, of course it's fake. We intended for it to be fake, to kind of like make people feel dumb for even questioning if it's fake or not. I even tweeted about it, and if you want to see my tweets about any situation, follow me on Twitter. It will be on the screen right now or in the description down below, and follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. They're the same thing as my Twitter, but they'll also be in the description down below. I said, can this Caspar Josh Pieters nursery beef just stop? Why am I seeing on Snapchat stories? No one gives a f. You're not KSI or Logan Paul, and let's just keep it that way. That was my take on the beef. Now let's see other people's take on the beef. Caspar, Josh Pieters. So someone said, how did Josh Pieters and Caspar beef turn from arguing about leaving in the toilet to Josh claiming he slept with Caspar's girlfriend. Okay, so here's my take on that. They started it just very calmly, just very petty, you know, oh, you left in the toilet, and they realized no one cared, so they were like, oh, maybe let's just say that I slept with his girlfriend, when that's hypocritical, because in the explanation of the beef they said it can't be actual scandals, it has to just be petty things. I don't think sleeping with your best friend's girlfriend is petty. I think that's a scandal. So you contradicted yourself there, because you realized shit in the toilet doesn't get views, so you went a bit higher, but then claimed that you didn't because you just wanted to keep it petty instead of keeping it like hard hitting. You just wanted it to be petty.
You don't want it to go like too far,
and what's also not too damaging for us to fall out about. Like if I had mentioned some of the things I know about you, you know, I could really.
You need something like petty.
I like tweet out Josh being really forceful with someone.
I think the views and the idea of getting views kind of blinded you for a little bit, because you realize that no one cares about Caspar Lee's in the toilet, so you have to go harder, and that's what happened. And then in the actual explanation you claimed that no, it was just supposed to be petty things. So where did the whole cheating scandal come from? Why didn't you just keep it petty as a social experiment? Why did you have to involve someone's girlfriend when you claimed that it was supposed to just be petty? It's because you thought, why not milk this a little more? We could get more views. And that is what gets me into Social Blade. So Caspar Lee is on 7.5 million subscribers. In the last 30 days, he has only gained 5.5 thousand subscribers. Doesn't this beef scream we're trying to leave irrelevancy and enter relevancy? Doesn't this beef scream we are desperate? Because it does to me. That's why you didn't just stop at this in the toilet, because you realized that's still not getting you views. You had to go into the cheating, because that's what every YouTuber resorts to when they become irrelevant. Caspar Lee also got 4.4 million views in the last 30 days, and that is mainly down to the beef, because when you count it up, he lied about my girlfriend cheating on him is almost on 1 million views. That's 1 million out of 4.4 million in the last 30 days. That's already a quarter of the views he got in the last 30 days. Then 750,000 subscribers, and let's say 250 just to round it down, that's 2 million out of 4.4 million. That's almost a half of the views because of this beef from his whole monthly average, and that is because all his other videos are on maximum 500,000 and the least 75,000. That is a channel with 7.5 million subscribers. He is now losing subs. It was mixed at the start. So before this beef, it was, you know, some days you were losing, some days he was, you know, gaining. Now it's just red, and I think that is literally because he tried to fool his own fans into believing that he was not the type to get involved with beef, and now all of a sudden my girlfriend's cheating on me. That is not something people expected from Caspar Lee, which means, you know, the people that watched the diss tracks and whatever but were not subscribed to his channel, those people didn't stick around because it was just, you know, petty drama that no one really cared about. And the people that were actually loyal to Caspar Lee are now saying, why would you do that, and are now leaving, which is why he's losing subscribers instead of gaining them the way he probably hoped it would happen. He was probably hoping that new people would find his channel that are into drama and they would, you know, subscribe or stick around, when in turn he didn't gain any new subs, he just lost his loyal fans. You're friends with Zoella, for sake. Drama is not your thing. His daily averages are 185 subs a day. That's because Social Blade, it will take a while for the daily average to be negative because it's still considering the ones where he gained subs, and his daily average is 150,000 views a day because obviously the drama boosted his daily averages up a little bit. So as you can tell, I'm mixing up the Road to Irrelevancy series and I'm making it a segment in this video because the reason for this drama and this social experiment is because he is on his road to irrelevancy, and I just haven't made a video about him because I completely forgot about Caspar Lee. The reason why he's doing this is because he is becoming irrelevant. He's had his channel for a really long time, he's made movies, books, etc, and now it was his time to go and he just wasn't okay with that, so he decided to make very obviously fake beef, hoping people wouldn't really catch on so that he wouldn't have to explain that it's fake. But then people caught on and he was like, oh, it's actually fake, why would you guys even think that I'm trying to fool you? I'm not trying to fool you. What? Me fooling you? That's crazy. And Josh Pieters is on 925,000 subs. In the last 30 days he has gained 1.3 thousand subscribers, which is, you know, not the best. And in the last 30 days he has gained 2 million views, most of those being from the beef, as I said, for Caspar, almost 1.5 million. So in the last 30 days Josh Pieters got 2 million views, but 1.5 of those was from 2 videos about beef. So his channel is also obviously on a decline. Like, that is pretty obvious that he's on a road to irrelevancy before he's even become relevant. That is literally why the drama started. I keep on saying this. That's why they started this fake drama that was supposed to be obviously fake, but obviously to them it wasn't at the start, and now it kind of is, and it's a whole thing that no one actually gives a fuck about. When it just started out with Caspar leaves in the toilet, people could obviously say that is fake, that is supposed to be some kind of a joke, some kind of a way to try and get involved with beef, which is fine. I thought at the start it was kind of jokey, so it was kind of like, you know, you can pass it as a social experiment of just people like, will media pick this up? Like, will media pick up Caspar leaving in the toilet? But when you start talking about, you know, fighting in public, and you pretend that paparazzi call you, as if paparazzi is following Caspar and Josh Pieters, as if the paparazzi can even recognize them in a crowd full of people. Are you telling me paparazzi just follow you around? Did you think people were going to believe that? And the only reason that made it into the newspaper article thing was because you know someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows someone. So that just speaks for itself that the media didn't care that you were fighting in public, because you could just be 2 random guys fighting. Your own fans started getting confused, and when they then found out that it was all fake, and that's when you guys started losing fans again. And now you're losing your loyal fans, the ones that are still somehow keeping you alive. That's how you don't do beef, ladies and gents. You don't just do this. If you're gonna beef, beef. If you're not gonna beef, don't beef. But don't try and do this weird confusing, it's real, it's fake, it's real, it's fake. We don't know if it's real or fake ourselves, but we're gonna try and make it happen somehow. I think this was an attempt to revive 2 dead channels, and it killed both channels. Josh is still kind of gaining right now, so he might actually come out of this semi-okay. Caspar, on the other hand, all red. His social blade looks bad. It hasn't looked this bad in a while, and this was the most family friendly, boring, cringe beef I've ever seen, and the most confusing at that, because at the start I was convinced it was fake, and then the girlfriend was brought in and I was convinced that it somehow is real at this point, because I was like, would a family friendly Caspar want people to think that his girlfriend's cheating on him? I don't know. And clearly he did. He wanted people to think that his girlfriend's cheating on him. Clearly at this point he doesn't really care about his core audience, because this clearly isn't what they wanted. They made that very clear themselves. He doesn't really care about his core audience. He just wanted a way to branch out and see if anyone that likes beef will be willing to subscribe to him. I think they were just looking for a way to branch out into the beef drama thing from their family friendly content, and this just wasn't the way to do it. But that's my opinion, that's my 2 cents. You can give me yours in the comment section down below. Subscribe and turn on post notifications, because I post videos every Wednesdays and Sundays, and sometimes on Fridays, so turn on post notifications so you know when that's happening. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.